Carter Uslabar of Appleton graduates with a bachelor's degree in multimedia journalism with a minor in English. While on campus, he has served as a community advisor in a residence hall for 6 semesters and served on the UW Oshkosh Segregated Fees Committee. Uslabar has written for the Advanced Titan newspaper through his college career, and I might add was the editor-in-chief since the beginning of the pandemic, and I think did a remarkable job in navigating that newspaper into keeping our students, faculty, staff informed. He's recently won 3 Wisconsin Newspaper Association awards. After graduation, Uslabar will look for a position that allows him to explore his passions for writing. Now, please join me in welcoming this evening's class speaker, Carter Uslabar.
Hello. Congratulations. You've made it. You've made it through years of studying, countless nights spent burning your eyes on screens, and an indeterminate number of trips across an unrelentingly cold campus. You've made it through assignments, quizzes, study sessions, even the unspeakable, group projects. You've made it through packs of ramen, badly prepared quesadillas, and every concoction from Black Hawk, and I've lived and worked on campus for all 4 years, and thus I've eaten at Black Hawk for all 4 years, which at this point just feels like penance for some yet uncommitted sins. But I digress. Through all of this, you've acquired many things: skills, knowledge, experience. Statistically speaking, most of you have acquired debt. But most importantly, you've acquired friends and lovers. And here you are. Finally! So what's next? You got a job, you're going to grad school, med school, law school. You're going to work for a Midwest accounting firm for a couple years before applying to one of the big 4. You're going to work your way up the ladder at a FANG company. What about after grad school or law school, or the rungs of the career ladder? What are you going to do next? What's next? What the hell is next? For the last 4 years or so, that's the question that's been dominating our minds. The nature of university demands that kind of forward thinking, demands an almost mechanized mental orientation towards tasks, a systematic way of accomplishing your goal and the next goal and the next goal. And this isn't a bad thing. It's gotten you here, and it's getting you where you want to go. But where you want to go comes later, and right now, you're sitting here. In this very instant, you've accomplished what you've been working and waiting for. So revel in it. It's not coming again. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, all the tests, quizzes, projects, study sessions, all of it's gone. It's reduced to dreams and fragments of memory. And meanwhile, tomorrow is nothing at all. It's a rippling projection, a hallucination, a mirage. All you have is today, this very day that's been your North Star and your guiding light. So enjoy it. Live it well. Make the most of it. Do you feel that weightlessness, the sense of having accomplished something difficult? Or are you already beginning to despair at the dreadful prospect of an uncertain future? Let's have this day and be happy. Because if we delay that happiness to another date, when we get to the next part, we'll invariably delay it again. If we told ourselves that we'd be happy when we graduated, but now we're sitting here and telling ourselves we'll be happy when we get a job, that's fine. But what's stopping us from getting that job and then saying that we'll be happy when we're making 80 grand, or that we'll be happy when we're married, or that we'll be happy when we retire, or that we'll be happy when we make it to the next part? All of us here are at risk of chasing the false goddess that is the next thing. We're at risk of spurning the priceless moments we've spent years working towards, disregarding and forgetting the hours we put in and the sleep we lost, all because there's something new and a bit more shiny on the horizon. We're at risk of getting stuck in an all-out sprint on the treadmill, while the children will be taking their first steps, our friends will be getting married, and our parents, who proudly watch us here today, will, despite our protests, continue to age. And each of these almost cartoonishly romanticized moments will come and go so fast, it will make your head spin. After all, we just started here at Oshkosh like 2 days ago or something, right? You blinked in March and now you're here. What happened? So with that in mind, how do we orient our lives around the wildly delicate instant that we're living in this very moment? It's not that we should give in to lives of unbridled hedonism or maximize our pleasure in every moment or live with a total disregard for the future. But we shouldn't deny ourselves these moments to stop and recognize that where we are right now is where we once dreamt of being. So how do we do it? How do we get there? Mentally, at least. I don't know. I'm a jobless 23-year-old. You should not take my advice. But I hope we can all find the joy and beauty in the priceless gift of today. For if we can live each day well, the past becomes a peaceful dream, and the future becomes a vision of hope. Thanks. Congratulations.